Hello, and I want to welcome you back to the Sense Pop channel. The Great Priest deck experiment is a total disaster for me. The only game that I won was because my opponent had a very bad matchup. He was playing Yellow Topo, which concentrate on controlling aggression from battle card. Against a deck with literally no aggression, it's only direct damage. Burn! Many players in the community often said that this deck has a lot of potential. That I can agree. However, it is often also left out in the same conversation that this deck has very high skill ceiling also. I'm not implying that having a high skill ceiling is inherently bad, but so for example like Bojack. Bojack is a deck that requires very high skill ceiling. However, it also rewards like good decision making really well. I just didn't get the same feeling with this deck. There's just so many things wrong with this deck. I tried to really make it work. I even like SPR out all the angels that is possible in this deck, but it's just not working out. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for me. That's why I want to share this misery with you and encourage you to play it so that you can feel exactly how I feel. So here's my take, my deck profile, and most importantly, my rant on BT16, the Great Priest deck. See you guys after the short intro. Hey guys, I want to welcome you back from the intro. We want to talk about this deck. So what is this deck all about? There is not too much aggression from this deck though. So your leader, when you tap him, you kind of draws. So literally you're not going to swing with your leader most of the time, because if you try to swing with your leader, you're not going to draw. What you try to do with this deck is this, that with your leader, you are able to play a lot of angels. While you have a lot of angels on the board, you have no big angels. They're usually 16k. The way that I play it, I play some really big Heles also in this deck who are angels too, and then you play all these angels and angels and angels, some utility, some defense, some aggression, most of them counter plays. Then after that you play erase a universe, so just erase the whole universe. Either you do 2 damage or you win the game thing, which is you have to have 12 angels on your board, which most of the time it's just not gonna happen. But however, erase the universe, it's when Zeno comes in, that's how you win the game. For us to know how to play this deck, we have to take a look at the leader. So let us take a look at the leader right now. One thing I want to highlight with this leader is that you will never swing with this leader unless you really want to go for the game, and that is kind of the way that you want to do it. However, it's because when you tap this leader, you kind of draw a card. So on his unawakened side, take note that you cannot include non-god battle cards in your deck, and also in all of your area, you negate the energy exhaust. So that keyword does not exist in all your god cards in this deck itself. One thing that you have to take note also is that this is a multicolor deck, but unlike all multicolors deck, this deck does not remove the specified cost. That means that if you want to play a card that is both yellow and also blue in color, you need to have both yellow and blue energy available in your energy area. That is actually very difficult to do, because I find myself not being able to play a certain card at a certain time just because I didn't have the color. So you have to plan way ahead and said, okay, I need to leave this color open. I need to leave this color open so that I can play the card. Even just tapping and play a battle card, you have to make sure you have that color open. So this deck is actually really difficult to play. That is another layer of this management skill cap that you have to take note if you want to play this deck. When he is awakened, he has the ability, and you really want to awaken really fast, because when he is awakened, when you tap, you are now able to use your angels, one of your angels in your hand to combo. All your combo, there is no 0 plus 5k, it's usually 1 plus 5k, 1 plus 10k, or 2 plus 10k, and this leader allows you to use them just to do it once per turn. It is activate battle, it does not untap at the end of the battle, so usually you don't really get to draw during your turn. you do it during your opponent's turn, because that's what I do. I use it during my opponent's turn. Activate battle, draw the card, and defend yourself. And you defend at 25k minimum. One time. Once per turn. Let us see some of the ways that you can do damage in this deck, because that's eventually how you win the game, right? You want to bring your opponent's life down to 0. You can burn 2, yes, correct, but you have to kind of bring your opponent down to 2. So one of the ways that you can do it is playing this Angel Conic Universe, Angels of Universe 4. It is 1 red and 1 yellow. When you want to play him, take note, the leader, I want to mention again, does not negate the specified cost. That means you need to tap that red and you need to tap the yellow energy down so that you can play this card. When he is being played, it is offering your opponent's either crit a life, or you draw 2 cards, or you can use it full with your leader's ability, tap 1, draw a card, use this as your combo and tap 1 red. After you use it in the combo, you play this card during your opponent's turn, and then it's offering either your opponent crits a life or you draw a card. It is 16k, swing it the next turn, try to do damage. The other card that we are playing, it's Cucatail. This is Angel of Universe 5. This is going to be, you need to tap that green and the red energy. There's no other way to play it. It is a 16k blocker, so when you play it during your turn, he comes in. Your opponent chooses either he crits a life or you draw a card and he discard a card. This is the one that actually makes your opponent crit a life, because your opponent doesn't mind critting a life to stop you from drawing a card, but most opponents, they really hate to discard a card. So what they will usually do over here is that with this guy, they usually just crit a life. It's 16k. If you want to swing it, you can swing it or use it as a blocker to protect your leader. Your leader is 15k. With a combo, it goes to 25. However, with this guy itself, because it is a 16k, with a 1 plus 10k combo, it goes up to 26. That means it can easily defend up to 25. Easy. But a deck just cannot function just purely aggression. So what we're going to do here is we are going to be doing a little bit of defense. And this deck itself kind of excel in that it's a very draggy deck. You need to do your color management. I would say that if this deck, if they take out the specified color thing and we don't have specified color, I think this deck would be way more better. However, they do, so unfortunately we have to deal with that. So one of the ways that we can do defense, it's one of the best cards really in this deck. It's Kusu, Angel of Universe 10, tap 2, play this card, and then your opponent has to choose 1 card in their hands and place it in the bottom of the deck. You can actually use this card for a combo. Your opponent has to discard 1 as well. When this card is played, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle card with energy cost 6 or less, and then you place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. It's not warp stuff, put it back into the deck, which I kind of like it. I think it's very good effect. It plays on green, which is this card. It plays on blue, which is put the card back into the bottom of the deck. Another one, it's your negate. This is with Angel of Universe 7. If you have, I think 4 more colors in your energy, easy to do it with this deck, because you kind of need that to awaken. When you do that, when you play him, just take a life and you negate. When you negate, you can use it as a blocker. But if you want to use this, tap your leader down, use it as draw a card, and then use this as a combo. It's a 2 plus 10k, but with your leader, it's free. You also switch 1 of your energy to active mode. Really good card, 4 off, definitely in this deck. And then we are going to be talking about the Angel Vados, Angel of Universe 6. With Vados herself, it's like the Whis second effect, which is if you use her in a combo, you get to choose 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. Then Marcarita, Angel of Universe 7. This card, it's very good. The reason is because it's Marcarita? No. Yes, of course, yes. But the thing is that this card has 2 functions. The first one is, it is a barrier blocker, 14k. Unfortunately, if this card is a 16k barrier blocker, I would love this card to beat. But this card, when your opponent plays a battle card using a skill or activate a counter cost, choose 1 of your opponent's battle card and switch it to rest mode. It has barrier, it is blocker, so it will most probably stay on the board. You tap 2 play her. And if you have 1 or more energy when this card is played or used in a combo, your opponent chooses 1 card in your hands and then they discard it. It plays with the yellow identity of tapping things down, and it plays with green with the discard mechanics. I really like this card because the game that I won, Turbo, I noticed my opponent doesn't have a lot of cards in his hand. So instead of just playing this down, what I do, just use this card and just combo with it just to make my opponent discard. It's good, I like it. And we are gonna be talking about the SCR1 in the slot, the ultimate card in the deck. My pick for this deck itself, it is gonna be on the defensive side because I think this deck really needs to survive and needs to win. So one of the cards that I play is the SS4, the Vermilion Saiyan, with any energy, because you're just gonna have 4 energy. You are guaranteed to have 4 energy. So your leader, you're gonna clear 4 or more of your opponent's card, ignoring barrier, and just send it to warp. And this card, your leader, it's gonna get a 20k, 35k for the entire duration of the turn. You are pretty much gonna survive. So just for 1 card, this card usually it's not counterable because it's not a battle card. It's pretty safe unless your opponent has a counter. This card, it's gonna stay alive, and then you are gonna do pretty much a board clear on your opponent's side. The more cards that you clear, it's better because your leader gets the additional 5k for every single card clear from your opponent's board for the duration of the turn. I like this card. It really just buys me 1 turn. So we have the attack, we have the defense, let's have some utilities, let's talk about some support. Of course, we need to talk about the Unison. The Unison is Great Priest, Invitation to Battle, 3 energy, 20k. It's actually quite a lot. The good thing about this is that you don't need 3 blue, you can actually tap 3. Any colors, that's really good. However, this guy doesn't draw you any card. What this guy does is that activate battle, you can switch him to rest mode. You can't even swing with this card. It's 20k that you can't swing, at least 20k it stays on the board. Tap this card, you get to choose 1 blue guard card in your energy and switch it to active mode. Then you choose 1 card in your combo cost in your hand of 1. That means those 2 plus 10k you can't use. You can only use those 1 plus 10k. When you use that, you use it in a combo. That's basically it. And the thing is, one of the cards that I play 4th, because I really believe in that card, it's a Spectate. Whenever I have Spectate, I know that's good because I can use my leader aggressively, because like I said, we tap the leader down to rest mode, and then we draw a card and use a card in a combo, right? It does not untap at the end of the turn. That means you have to know, do you want to use the ability defensively or offensively? But if you have Spectate in your hand, you don't have to make the choice. You can do it aggressively, or you can use it and defensively at the same time, because this extra card itself, you don't have to activate it. It's free. And then you switch your Great Priest leader card into active mode when your opponent attacks. So you can use it for aggressive reasons, or just to draw that 1 card during your turn, and then when your opponent swings, you Spectate, switch it up to active mode, then you can use the leader's ability 1 more time. So this is the deck itself. It's a very good looking deck, it's a very beautiful deck. The problem is, it's also a very difficult deck to play. I would just say 2 things. If they could just give me 2 things, this deck would improve so much tremendously. First is negate the specified cost, so you can use any color just to play those cards. I think that that's gonna make this deck so much better. And also the leader's ability just to restand at the end of the battle, at the end of the turn. That would be really good, so that you can draw a card during a turn and draw a card during your opponent's turn. It's just gonna make this deck just so much way more playable. So this is my take, my deck profile, and also unfortunately for you, my rant on the Great Priest deck. Did I have fun with this deck? Not exactly, but if you still want to play this, and I highly encourage you to play this because I just want you to share my misery, and if you really want to do that, the list it's also down in the description below. If it's not there, please write me a comment, remind me to do that. And yeah, so basically that's it. So we have come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and the cat ear, give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I really hope you guys are okay. See you guys in the next video.